Boom. Ethereal Synchronicity 444. Reporting to you the world from places I feel most blessed right about now. Why I'm here today? I'm here to talk about the LOX, also known as D Block, once upon a time, and they are a hip hop group, trio in this particular case, and that consists of 3 members: Jadakiss, Styles P, and Sheek Louch. Now, there are other monikers for them guys, but yeah, they're the most common ones that you'll know them by. So I wrote a few notes, tried to keep this all like fresh, unless I'm professional. Right, so the LOX basically started out as the Bomb Squad, and then following that changed the name to the Warlocks, and then after that was shortened to the LOX, and then after the days of that they then moved forward with using the name D Block, and I think that may have been to do with some kind of legal issues in regards to leaving Bad Boy and maybe going to Ruff Ryders or doing their own thing actually, and I think they left it all and went independent. So anyway, got Jadakiss, born on the 27th of May 1975. Styles P, born on the 28th of November 1974. Sheek Louch, born on the 9th of November 1976. I don't have to look, I'm just feeling a little bit edgy. I'm hearing different sounds. If you pick them up in the video, it is what it is, isn't it? So, take a deep breath. Yeah, how did them guys form? From what I know from interviews and things that I've seen over the time, they basically originally consisted of Jadakiss and Sheek Louch. What Wikipedia will tell you is that Jada basically got Sheek into rapping or MCing or spitting, call it what you want, and they lived in the same ends but the same school, whatnot, that kind of thing. And then not too long after they got together, they ended up meeting Styles P, probably through doing the music and getting around, and you will see why, as the astrology will show you, like why it may have been just kind of almost automatic chemistry for them to link together the way that they did. So anyway, just reading my notes. Don't really feel that I need them, but yeah, there we go. There's a good note. It's at the bottom now. The first album, I'm going to try and do these boys some proper justice today, so see what I can do. There we go, with Wiki notes and that. Right. Formed in 1994. East Coast rappers, New York guys basically. Signed to Bad Boy 95, then to Ruff Ryders 98. I mean, you can wiki it yourself. I know a bit about these guys, because obviously this was the stuff we used to listen to back in the day, but we didn't have like Wikipedia and all that, so I mean, I guess you have to be buying Source or XXL to be knowing details on guys like this and other magazines. HHC, you know, bits could barely even get them back in the day, but if you could get your hands on them. So yeah, that, you know, just shows some stuff there on the wiki that anybody could read. But as I was saying, they were the Bomb Squad, the Warlocks, D Block. Most people know them as the LOX though, because that's like when they first entered their commercial game in a big way. That's what they were called. So Jadakiss, which we'll go to there. if you ain't never seen what Jada looks like, that's what Jadakiss looks like. We have a picture of Styles. Yeah, there's a picture of Styles. Picture of Sheek. Yeah, it's kind of not the best picture of Sheek because you can't really see his mug. But Sheek's a Scorpio, so he probably likes it that way anyway. Right, so let me jump back to charts anyway. So the dates of their birth, yeah, that's just like what's on public record. If it is different, then obviously these charts won't be very accurate or mean very much at all. So I've just got what I could find in terms of data. Now I always knew that Jadakiss was a Gemini, and Styles and Sheek is a bit longer. I think probably I knew what Styles was a Sag beforehand, compared to knowing Sheek was a Scorpio. So yeah, it's just initially Jada become the guy that was like the lead member of the group. Not lead member, but like he had the most shine, was more popular. I mean, he's just got that flow, that laid back, easy flow. Not too loud. Let's see how it affects my speaking. And then after that, Styles really, come in his own lane. And then what I can say, as a guy that's really into hip hop and whatnot, as well as other forms of music, Sheek Louch is definitely like a quality MC, like overlooked even by me for much of the time. But when I looked at it artistically and like writing and creating and then composition format of, you can't have three guys that sound exactly the same when they try. It's gonna be boring as you like. So there was definitely a contrast between Sheek and Jada, and then Styles P just kind of fit in like a glove. Let's put them somewhere without destroying my foot. Good stuff. There we go. So I want to show you because it's like obvious to me. I don't really need the notes. Let's just see if we can just flow and freestyle, but I just want it to be a bit more on point, try and sharpen up. So obvious thing, like when I hear like birthdays, I can kind of understand on the wheel where basically you fall, the sun, this symbol here, falls and why you are a certain sun sign because it falls within a certain 30 days. So each sun sign is basically given 30 degrees, or sorry, zodiac sign I should say, it's given 30 degrees, which is basically a 12th of a circle in this case, and that's kind of the reason why there's 12 houses. And it's 360 degrees in the circle, and some people will probably obviously know 365 / 366 days in a year, if it's a leap year. So yeah, Jada has got the same birthday as 3 Stacks, and that's why I basically put it down to why they were the prominent members of the groups that they were in, even though you could never really, I mean, for the underground heads and everyone that was into hip hop, the sunlight's just, it's just that time of day. Everybody be out having the sunlight fun. I've been enjoying myself working with y'all. So I was saying that, is it a coincidence on, in fact, you know what, just say it from now. One of my taglines, yeah, for my show, and I come up with this from ages ago, I come up with loads of things, but getting the setup and getting all of this to work was a challenge to say the least. And I guess the transit sort of coming now will force me into action, so it is what it is. So, and I'm happy for it. So that's how you utilize certain energy, and that's kind of what the power of astrology can help with. It's still going to be you at the end of the day. It's what you know and how you use it. So these guys basically, yeah, have a chemistry. So Styles P, he's born on the 28th of November, and that's basically 6 months before Jadakiss, who's born on the 27th of May. And the reason why I know as an astrologer that's significant, because it basically creates an aspect, what you call an opposition, which puts the sun, in their case, what I'm circling there, at exactly 180 degrees almost, depending on their birth time, which I don't have, opposite one another. Now it's kind of like a jigsaw, why they're kind of like, I was going to say Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men. Oh, the things that come to mind. So, no, but like, in that group, right, them guys used to go bar for bar on a lot of features where they were with other groups. That being said, because it's hard to kind of get like 3 guys from a group on one track and then still feature other guys and make it a radio track. Like, it was just like, you know, the 316s and the hook and all that format for making tunes. So I mean, apart from All About the Benjamins, which is probably one of the most famous tracks, featuring a verse from the posthumous Biggie. I always loved that verse because of the beat that it's on, even more than like the rest of the track. They were crazy. I'm looking at basically the same chart as yesterday. It's kind of freaking me out and maybe throwing me off. So let me just jump to this. Now, it don't really freak me out and throw me off. What that should basically show to you in some way is that not everybody that's born on the same day will become the same thing, but that the energy for having the talent and the ability to do certain things is present within the natal chart, this astrology chart here on the screen. But how you use it and the opportunities that you find in life will basically, you know, speak to what really comes of it in practical terms. And I guess that's why, you know, meeting an astrologer or something of that nature can serve of a good purpose in any time, essentially, really. But it will give you a deeper knowing and working on yourself and your relationships with others. So let me just get to it. The reason why I think these guys was just on it, so like I said, there's the opposition between their sons, where they were kind of like, they fit like that, although it can kind of be like a clash. But what you've got is, in both charts, is Mars on exactly the same degree, give or take. I say give or take because of the birth time, it could be slightly off in, it will be in Sheek's chart, it could have been on the 22nd degree of Scorpio maybe. But essentially Mars in Styles and Sheek's chart, out of all of the places in the zodiac, so all of the 12 signs, all of the 360 degrees, doing exactly the same degree. Now I know why, in an obvious sense, is that Mars takes, check this out, about 22 months or so, point whatever it is, to do a full lap, basically do a return through the zodiac. So because Styles P is born 74 in November, so yeah, 22 months is basically 2 years, isn't it? And Sheek Louch is born 76 in November, but like a few weeks earlier from the exact day of Styles. Mars has basically done a round trip and then they smack bang in the same place. So when them guys met, there's probably a good chance that, I mean, apart from the fact that Mars can be kind of a competitive, clashy spirit, but like, they just intuited something in the way that they did things and that. But like, the other thing, I keep wanting to go to the notes, but I just go from the top of the head. It's weird. You write notes and you want to use them, that's what it is. But like, sometimes I don't really feel like I need to use them. It kind of, it's counterintuitive, that is the exact word, what it is. Someone like me sometimes to be looking at a piece of paper and like, that don't really work. That's why I just jump into stuff sometimes and just let it flow. So what I've seen with these guys, right, reason why they're hardcore, yeah, is that essentially they got the planets Mars, like I'll go to their individual charts so you can see it better. Mars 21 degrees and Mercury 24 degrees in the sign of Scorpio, which is a very penetrative, it can be secretive, it can be obsessive, it's a very aware, uber aware. It's like got an uber awareness, like a sixth sense, I feel like a seventh sense even, that like just penetrates time and space in some capacity. It just really all round thinking kind of, I guess, in terms of human nature. But it can be a bit much. But the point I want to show you in the two charts is that both these guys, so it's both 3 degrees apart. So with Sheek, Mercury is 3 degrees before, because 18 degrees, 21 degrees before is Mars, and Styles is 3 degrees after. But basically, when you get planets close together, we call that an aspect, and we call that aspect a conjunction, conjoined, basically like working in a, like in the strictest of rules, a conjunction is not actually even an aspect, but for basic terms in use, because astrology is really complex to some extent, made simple by guys like me, we hope. Yeah, we basically call conjunction an aspect. That's what it is. So planets that are close together within, you want to say about 10 degrees, maybe 8 degrees, depending on the astrologer. A lot of like astrologers will have their specific idea on how many degrees a conjunction should be. Can be actually wider or a lot tighter, basically. But between 8 and 10 degrees is probably about the average for conjunctions. And what I see, so let me just do the charts individually. Yeah, I'll go flash up these, see if there's anything I missed out that I feel like I must see. So Gemini and Sagittarius are like well, they are the 3rd sign and the 9th sign, and I know it as the 3-9 axis, like the 3rd and the 9th houses. They pertain to knowledge and communication. So, I mean, Styles is a deep guy if you actually like the gangster and the gentleman, like the ghost, like the names for this guy anyway, do you know what I mean? But what you got is his ratchet side, literally as ratchet as you like, and then his wise side. Now, do you know what that is? Like, yeah, here we go, speaking from the heart now. It's the Sagittarius in him, like Styles P is a Sagittarius. Now, what you may not know about Sagittarius, yeah, and his sun's there about 6 degrees, so depending on his birth time, you know, it's 5 or 6 degrees. What you may not know about Sagittarius, yeah, is its sign, its symbol is the centaur, and the centaur is half horse and half man. So I would say the man is the wise, philosophical side of the, you know, the centaur, and the horse is the beast that will kick out and don't give 0 F's, as I say. And I mean, Styles P, he'd say it himself, like the man's got Mercury and Mars in Scorpio conjoined. Like him and Sheek don't hold no punches, like they don't take no prisoners. That's why they're hardcore. And if you actually check it out on the Wiki and that, they basically didn't like the way that the Bad Boy label was going, and they wanted out basically. And yo, like, them guys are special. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna, like, yo, they're special. Why they're special? I mean, one, they're a hot group, yeah. They'll say that themselves, yeah. Their ego's like, you know, where it needs to be. They ain't got no doubts in themselves. Maybe it's the New York swag, but like, and the hip hop thing, like, you know, hip hop's competitive, yeah, and that's how we sharpen swords. Like, we work at being the best, we get better. Like, we like to, you know, do our thing. But the reason why I say like them guys are special, because it's like somebody leaving, check the analogies, Sean Combs, Alex Ferguson, basically like leaving Manchester United, or leaving Bad Boy Records, like for a lot of people it's hard to, you know, really keep doing something like that. But like the LOX, no question, is still at it today, putting out hard material that I like as well. So like, yo, they're special, like they do this. So yeah, spoke to the speech. Oh yeah, so with Sheek, yeah, I mean you can see it in his chart. This Mars and Mercury is square to his Saturn in Leo, and personally, just to put it in short, I feel like that's what makes him extra hard, and he would feel things in extra hard fashion as well. I mean, his sun is close by to this, so yeah, he embodies it essentially. He's hardcore. They are hardcore. And then the other thing I noticed, right, is that the aspects, one with Mr. Jadakiss, is that this is the same thing Andre will have. So check this out, free stats ain't no joke neither. Got Mars opposite Pluto. So this is Pluto down here. Disregard the house and, you know, that is it, the number. And this is Mars here, 180 degrees opposite. So Mars speaks to your actions, and Pluto can speak to the compulsive obsessiveness and the depth of something. Like when he does something and he really wants to do something, he gets like really deep in doing something, and that may be in regards to interactions with other people, or like, yeah, don't get into with them. They'll throw the sink at you, and then the next man sink at you, and then the next man sink at you. Like, yo, just don't play with Mars and Pluto in combination. I mean, get it to work for you in all means, or like, you know, but like you're gonna try and work against that kind of energy, it's gonna be, you know, relentless. And that's just me speaking truthful, to be honest with you. I ain't trying to scare them or nothing, but yo, speaking real. So Jadakiss is basically 90% gonna have a Capricorn moon. Styles P&J's got moon Taurus. Let's have a look. Well, yeah, that's going to be about a 90% chance he's got the moon in Taurus. And Sheek, 100%, I can see from this, has got the moon in Gemini. So that's why I feel like his style may have extra bars, he's extra wordy, because Gemini is the sign of communication and like literary ideas, concepts. It's an air sign. Libra and Aquarius do have those qualities as well. But Gemini is the first air sign and it's mutable. So check this out anyway. The reason why, like, I feel like these guys may have worked well in the group together. Something about astrology. Like Gemini, let's see if we can find it on here. There you go. This symbol there and its opposite sign, Sagittarius, are both what you call mutable signs. Anyone that knows about astrology knows what I'm talking about, or has been learning it a little bit. And basically, you've got cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Mutable is like another word for adaptable or flexible. And with Styles and Jada both being mutable sun signs, I think it would have allowed them to work more harmoniously together and doing their own thing as well than maybe sun signs of maybe cardinal or fixed positions. Just because like the cardinals want to initiate and the fixed signs don't really move off the pivot, if you know what I mean. Whereas the flexibility of the two of them, I guess, even though that they may be literally 180 degrees opposite one another, it can make for more flexibility to work with one another. And then the glue that holds that all together is your man here, Sheek Louch. Reason being, Scorpio is that fixed sign, and that's why even though he just plays the cut basically, he's in the background doing his thing, stays doing Sheek, ain't nothing to play with, still a hot lyricist, don't necessarily go through all the glamour and the hardcore basically. That's what I say about a lot in commercial sense of terms. I mean, there's a lot of hardcore underground hip hop that you're never gonna hear about. I mean, over the years I've been hearing about things I ain't never ever heard about. Like, everyone makes music, it's just what it is. But as far as commercial success and somebody that people will know from 90s and the early 2000s, can't argue with the LOX, aka D-Block, aka these three guys. But as I say, don't have the birth times, so don't take the actual house placements as anything. But the planets will be very close and in line with where things should be. Okay, couple of little notes, and I think I might as well just say it now before I wrap up the video. I did notice during my research, I mean, this is mad, because I think she had a birth time as well. Left Eye is got the same birthday as Jada and Free Stacks, and Ms. Lauren Hill is actually just the day before. And the honest truth is, there's a lot of MCs and writers and literary people that will have birthdays in early Gemini, and there's loads that I've probably even can think of bits and pieces, but I can't just put it all like that. It's different videos, different times, different subjects, but I guess that refers to the flexibility and adaptability of Gemini being able to do so many different things, kind of like the jack of all trades, master of none. That can be a Gemini effect, and it's ruled by the planet Mercury. So let me just give you the symbol Mercury here. There you go. Mercury in Gemini, sign of rulership. That's in Jadakiss's chart. Oh, right, here we go. Styles P, right? And this is why I think like things line up the way that they line up. I mean, I see Mars, Saturn and Pluto in action in charts of the time now, but Styles P himself out in a chart, there you go, he has the planet Jupiter in apartheid, what we call exactile, bear with us here, so let me just jump to his own chart. There you go. He's got an aspect which is in the sky currently now, and this is why he'll be familiar with the frequency and the energy of what's happening now. Jupiter speaks to your wisdom and your knowledge, and Styles P has that in Pisces, and where you can get lucky and expand in a big way. And Neptune speaks to that spiritual, sometimes it's a blind spot actually as well. It can be negative in ways if you don't know how to use the energy, but in its positive form it can be very spiritually orientated. This is why I think he's very deep with what he says. I mean, Sagittarius is a seeker of knowledge sign, the 9th sign, and Scorpio is a sign of digging deep and investigation. If you add Sagittarius and Scorpio together, you're going to get some level of depth and fire with it, and Styles P is certainly all of that. And yeah, blessings to him. 44 and Jada is up and coming. Anyway people, I'm going to wrap it up there, see how it works out. Yeah, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. I'll be back with you soon. Got things to do today because you can see the sun is shining. Gotta make it on my way. Stay blessed, get at me, put something in the comments, and I'll speak to you all soon. Peace.